Now, the interesting thing about a miner or zero-sum game is that if you know the rules from the get-go and you're not using a made-up token, then you know what you're getting yourself into. So no matter how people try to explicitly make you believe that this is different, it's not, all right? At the end of the day, it all boils down to your risk tolerance, the game theory itself, of course that matters, and the community that you're getting involved with. So if you want to make some money into something like this, then you have to time your entry and accept all of the aforementioned. So CryptoRobots is no stranger to the miner game. Okay, so they do employ their own game theory. It is comparable to a polished dynamic yield farm. All right, so I did use the word yield farm because yield farms in general do not produce income other than token inflation. Unless they do, then it becomes a DAX, so on and so forth. But if they don't, then it's just that. Okay, so let's quickly talk about the TLDR here. So this runs on the Polygon chain, okay, the ETH layer 2. So in order for you to get one of these NFTs, because this is how the game theory works, you mint an NFT, you give it attributes, and then it rewards you at the end of the term. All right, so very simple, very straightforward. And the coin that you are dealing with here is MATIC. Okay, so you use your MATIC, you can pick any amount of MATIC you want, then you basically choose the lifespan of that NFT, and during that lifespan is gonna give you a daily return on that money that you put in. So for example, the least amount of payout at the end of the term is 120%, the highest is 230%. Now 236%. Now, of course, there are always contingencies here, right? So for example, to get to that 236%, not only you have to go in terms of highest lockup, so it's contingent in terms of time commitment, right? So that's very important to understand. So you go the highest time lockup, plus you're gonna have to charge it. So whatever they call robot charging is basically compounding. So you're delaying your payment, so to speak, correct? So and then that gives you the boost. So if you do reach that term at the end, that you do get that 236%, what you're getting eventually is your money back plus 136% times that money. Okay, that's essentially it. So these NFTs that you're minting, you can actually sell them back to the protocol at a 10% cut. So that's one. Or they opened actually a secondary marketplace. I'm not sure if it's OpenSea actually, we'll check it together, but you can also sell it there. And that's another thing that you can take advantage of, because at the end of the day, you're basically minting an NFT with an X amount of max payout, and then you can sell that for a bit more than what you paid for. You make the difference in profit, but you don't have to take the risk and wait. And if somebody else is willing to take that risk, he'll take that NFT at a sub discount, so to speak. But then again, if you really think about it, that person, so assuming you minted an NFT for 1,000 MATIC, that pays you back 120%. So you get back 1,200 MATIC, okay? So with that in mind, if you do sell it for 1,100, you're making 100 MATIC at the end of the day. But the person who took it at 1,100 is also making 100 MATIC. So why not just mint one for 1,000 MATIC to begin with? So it's still, you know, it's still not quite up there in terms of risk versus reward, but it's a possibility. I'm sure if you play with the numbers, if you try to, you know, take advantage of this, then it would perhaps make sense, you know, but then you have to really set it at a really specific range. And you can boost your returns. So you add 10% on top of whatever returns we just discussed, but that is contingent of you forfeiting that NFT, meaning you cannot give it back to the protocol. All right, so that's it. You have it, you can sell it on OpenSea, but you cannot give it back to the protocol. Some taxes, technicalities here. So there's a 5% mint fee, which goes to the referral to the referral bonus system that they have in place. But if you don't use a referral link, that goes to the DApp, most probably, as they all do in general. So here it is. Here's the simple pathway to CryptoRobots. Okay, so it is a zero-sum game. It is something you're used to already. I mean, it has cool visuals, I'm not gonna lie. So I like the color scheme, I like how these things look like. Like, this has been done many times before. And at the end of the day, if the contract is not ruggable, which is, by the way, the case here, so the contract is safe from that perspective. So the audit report that they have does state that there isn't any backdoor or there isn't any, you know, issue with the contract where the owner can have privileges, for example, like draining the fund. So the contract is immutable, it's out there. It's just a matter of it running its course, you know, it running towards the end of the zero-sum game whenever people stop investing. That's pretty much it. And like I said, pretty cool user interface, at least that's something. So if you click on start now, it will take you to the dashboard or the main DApp, where you would basically connect your wallet. So if you click on connect, and then if you click on create your first robot, so the NFT, you see how you set it up. You enter the amount that you want, you enter the time contingency that you want, the boost mode. As we said, you cannot give it back to the protocol. If you do wish so, then it will recalculate the whole thing, and then you're done. You have your NFT, and then it will start yielding you money. So that's pretty much it. All right, so I don't think there's much more to add here. At the end of the day, yes, I do these Degen plays because on our community chat, many people have requested sometimes to have these, you know, like other than DeFi protocols, it's cool to have these on the channel if people are willing to take the risk. Now, I just want to point out that there might be people who might tell me that, but dude, you've been bashing, let's say, ROIdapps and talking, I don't know, smack about them, but here you are talking about something like this. I mean, yeah, that's true. The only difference here is that we're not talking about a made-up token. We know it's a zero-sum game. We know what we're getting ourselves into, and we're fine investing if we are willing to take the risk. Whereas in stuff like an ROIdapp, there is a made-up token that is inflated based on buys and sells, and then if it goes down in value, no matter the amount of it that you have, that will depreciate over time. And then adding the term sustainability on top, and that, you know, triggers all of this. And this isn't sustainable. I mean, let's put it out there. So that's pretty much it. And as usual, no referral links. So this isn't a chill. It's just labeling the pros and cons as I normally would. And speaking of communities, speaking of our community, it's a cool place to hang out. So if you're not part of it, consider joining, honestly. You can come in, you can meet like-minded individuals, mature investors who talk about everything crypto and DeFi within the realm of respect and chillness, as usual. All right, so everything is tolerated, just be respectful. That's all we're asking. Link is going to be in the description below, as usual. And with that, see you in the next one. Have a good one.